Hey guys, good afternoon. You have to admit, NIO has made a big deal out of this car. A few months ago, they showed how it drives through speed bumps in camouflage with champagne glasses on the hood. I'm sure many didn't believe it back then and thought it was some kind of cartoon. Recently, NIO removed the camouflage and did the same thing again, inviting the former chairman of Volkswagen Group, Herbert Diess, to take the wheel, who after testing on camera admitted that it does drive like that. But that's not the most interesting thing. 3 days ago, at the official presentation of this car, they showed this to the whole country. Right behind the ET9 is the Maybach. Get comfy, brew some tea, and let's check it out. It's a huge car, 5 320 long and 3 250 wheelbase. And now pay attention to the torsional rigidity of the body of this car. 52,600 Newton meters per degree, which is more than almost any European car. I wonder what it will get on the main European NCAP crash test, because all previous NIO cars got 5 stars there. And by the way, the NIO ES7, which is called NIO EL7 there, has a higher total score than both the electric BMW iX and the gas-powered BMW X5. The rear has an H-arm multi-lever system, while the front consists of 5 levers, with completely active electric hydro-pneumatics. As far as I understand, this is something like the forgotten Bose suspension, which was never put into production because of its super complexity. Or it's a slightly simplified version of it. In this car, the steering wheel has no connection with the wheels. The rear wheels have their own steering mechanism. They have an 8.5-degree thrust angle. See, here are the 23rd wheels, 265 by 45. 22nd wheels will be 265 by 45, active wing. Look at what's happening. Threw the stuff in. If I want to close, I either have a button or use my foot. We've got soundproofing here. This is the button's appearance. There's a large storage space here, about 100 liters. All-wheel drive, 2 electric motors. Front 245 horses, density 2.6 kilowatts per kilogram. Rear 462 horses. They boast it's the world's first synchronous electric motor, weighing only 79 kilograms, which results in a density of 4.3 kilowatts per kilogram. Thanks to that, they've managed to achieve a curb weight of 2,700 kilograms, which is not bad for such a huge car. 5.3 long and 217 wide, 1,610 high. It's not even a sedan. It's actually a crossover. Total output is 700 horsepower with an acceleration of 4.3 seconds to 100. If you prefer the classic method, just put your hand in the center. There's a sensor, no pulling required. The door is ajar, and you pull with your hand. If you're feeling lazy, you can simply press a button and the door will open on its own. The seat cushion is very long. And now, attention here. Look at this steering wheel extension. It's the same as Stellato. Why don't they do this in all Chinese cars? The Stellato S9 was memorable for the steering wheel reach adjustment. I don't think it's very expensive to do. Why don't they do that in all cars? Very strange. Just perfect. Perfect. A person of any height can sit here. Look, I've got more than 5 fingers in front of my knee, and I'm sitting in a semi-recumbent position. If I sit up straight, I can even move back. Watch this. I moved back too far. And now I have 2 fists in front of my knees. There's plenty of room for my knees. My shoulders feel free. I have 2 fists above my head. No. There's so much interesting here, but let's go back first. Let's check the auto door sensor. Yes, it sees well. The interior design looks even more luxurious in reality than in the pictures. The seating, door cards, armrest, leather. There's almost no plastic. It's even more high-tech than a Maybach in terms of equipment. Software, screens, chips, voice assistant, operational speed. This is way better than any European cars. Look, First and second rows have massage, ventilation, and heating. There is massage for both the backrest and the butt. And there are hot stones for both the backrest and the butt. In my U8, I have the hot stones massage only in the backrest. The armrest and all the seats are heated. And even on the left side, right here on the door card, where you touch, but it's not here. Only here where you touch with your elbow there is heating. The center armrest here has a table for the right seat only. That's the main seat. Yes, it charges with a blower. Don't write how many watts, probably greedy, don't give much. It's all wood. Wood everywhere. And there is a little screen that we can lift like this. Here's a sunshade. There's a hook. It's made of metal. There's a door open-close button. A door open-close button, both top and bottom. There are buttons available for controlling the seat. The ceiling is good quality microfiber. There are buttons here. So much electronics here. Holy moly. The ceiling is a whole separate story, I guess. So I've got one stiffener for the whole roof here, and I've got 2 sunshades. Plus there's a sunshade in the back. I'll show how this closes now. Look at what's happening.
Hi, Naomi. 关闭所有字样亮。
I have it here as well. And at the back. There's ambient light here. You see it, right? The interior comes in different colors. I'll show you now while we're waiting. I want to see how dark is here when everything is closed. It's dark enough. It's not complete darkness, but it's dark enough. I have 3 positions. I can move the seat forward and recline the backrest. I can go back and sit straight. And I can lie down. The front seat's moved forward. I have an ottoman which I have to show you. The ottoman is moved forward and I am lying down. Aha, I also have a footrest. Yes, this angle is perfect. I'm quite comfortable. Good. And I can return using this button. Wonderful. Here is a compartment. There's a sensor. Everything inside covered in fabric. This looks like a place for a pen. And this place for a notebook. And they say it can be password protected. There's a 220-volt socket, 2 charging ports, and a little table. That's it. Under the console, there's a niche with some microfiber fabric, and there's a refrigerator. Hey, it's handy to take out because it can be pulled out sideways. It opens and closes with a tablet, and you can set the temperature. I have the same adjustments here. Let me just get into my most comfortable position right away. 1, 2. Made of metal. Well, it's nothing special, really. I wonder why they didn't put another table in here. They must have saved money. Probably wasn't in the budget. I have another light bulb on a physical button here. And I want to look at the screens. They say that if I press and hold, it becomes brighter. Yes, it has. Also the opposite. Okay. We return to the starting position. And look at what is happening here. Buttons on the ceiling. If I press them, it closes the sunshades. The left side is closing. And the one that's above me. And it opens with this buttons. Screens. They caught up with Tesla, Lixiang, and some other cars that have also recently shown cool screens. Finally, NIO has done it as well. Top. Absolute top. Picture is amazing. I hope you can see it. I'll show you now. Can you see it? Magnificent quality. Better than my U8. We're sitting in the back. Watch what's going on. This screen has a touchpad capability to control the screens. I select which screen I want to go to, and remotely, with the touchpad, I can turn on and off whatever I want. The picture is as top-notch as it is on all the other screens. Seats and climate control, shades control, music, and all electronics. Double glazing, 2,700 kilograms curb weight. 35 speakers throughout the car. The interior trim is completely all leather. Microfiber inside. They bragged that they had the world's first windshield projector with a lying picture. Both outside and inside, I like it as much as possible. This is the third car after the X and the U8, where I like absolutely everything. Absolutely. By the way, the designer of this car is Chris Thomason, who used to work for BMW. I like how he combined minimalism on top, new technology, and the stitching here. Let's test for any creaks. Good. Well, something was there. Well, not bad. Screen is cement. The center screen is 15 inches. It doesn't move in any way, and it's exactly the same as the one on the backs of the front seats for the back row. It's just perfect picture. It's the same one that's in Lixiang's and Tesla S, Tesla X. It's on chip 8295. And we can change the theme by swiping from the bottom to the top, for example, this theme if I want. This is a long screen with a resolution of 5K. And if I'm changing the theme, I'm changing it for all at once. Yes, for this, that, and the rear. There's a camera on the bumper that sends the image here, but when I press the button, I have a regular mirror. As I mentioned, it's microfiber. Good. 2 cameras and an SOS button. Touch-sensitive bulbs. Here I have exactly the same touch control buttons for the sunshade as in the back for the second row. Identical. This is wood, available in various shades. It depends on the interior style. 2 cup holders. It has ventilation, 2 charging ports, and under the screen there is a glasses holder. There's a big touch button for volume control. The armrest is wide, and the 2 charging ports are wrapped in fabric. No fridge is included. Here, like in the back, I have heating for the armrest, plus buttons for exit 1 and exit 2. The sensor that monitors fatigue is located to the left of the driver. Battery cattle, 100 kilowatt hours. On the CLTC test, it showed 650 kilometers on 22nd wheels and 620 on 23rd wheels. As you can see, this is a fast port, but they offer a slow adapter in the package. The charging station has a maximum power of 600 kilowatts, allowing this battery to charge from 10 to 50% in 5 minutes. For instance, this is a map of Guangzhou City. Here, you can see blue icons marked. Oh, and this is the entirety of China. Stations marked in blue indicate where you can arrive and change your battery for a charged one in just 3 minutes before continuing your journey. Currently, there are 2,800 stations throughout China, with 927 situated on expressways. And to date, 60 million times NIO owners have already changed the battery. This car is also compatible with their new 150 kilowatt-hour semi-solid state battery, which they're not selling yet, but renting out. Which means that by buying a car like this, if, say, you live in China, you're driving 100 kilowatt. When they began selling the 150, you simply paid the extra, and they swapped it for you. You can purchase this car right now without a battery at all. It will be $18,000 cheaper, and you can immediately rent the 150 and drive it. They launched 2 versions, limited first edition. 999 cars were produced and all sold out within hours after the presentation started. The regular standard version is now available, and the only difference between them is the badges. Of course, there's autopilot and auto parking, a built-in DVR. And look, there's a LiDAR and 2 cameras. Many people today I see from the comments that it is not very aesthetically pleasing. I agree, but you have to understand one thing. China is a completely different planet. Here, when there is any kind of traffic jam or anything else, they immediately turn on autopilot and start sitting in TikTok. It gives the driver accuracy and peace of mind. He can feel at ease because just by placing them on top, the car becomes so smart in self-driving that you can truly relax. Thus, this can't be removed, unfortunately. You can open it with your foot, but there's a condition. No one must be in the car and the key must be in your hand, or using a mechanical button. 544 liters. The button is right here. Here, we can lower or rise the suspension. Let's zoom out. What's in here? Unfortunately, nothing. Hooks. And that's it. Okay, folks, that's it. The test drive will be in the next video. There might even be 2 videos, because I want to test it off-road. I want to test it on speed bumps. I want to test its handling at high speed. And there'll probably be some sort of comparison with some of the mastodons. If you liked it, welcome to the channel. Subscribe. Be sure to write your opinions. I'm saying goodbye. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. See you again.